What's up, my club members? So, today we're going to talk about something called relationships. And I'm talking in essence on like friendships, partners, or like business partners. You see, as the years we grow by, we don't understand the kind of relationships we enter into. I'll give you an example for relationships per because most of you you're going to take interest in the relationship aspect anyway. So, most of us, when we date, we're not actually dating our partner, we're looking for our parents in our partner. Most people are busy asking someone to give them something that only a parent should give them. We are not your parents, we are your partners. Too many of you are threading in between lines of a relationship you shouldn't be doing. A relationship is supposed to be heavily focused on building and growing together, not me fixing you. A relationship is not a therapy session that I come here and I fix your problem. I hate to say this, but baby girl, half of your issues is not his problem. It's yours. It's your problem. You need to grow up. And you, my nigga, she's not your mom. You need to grow up. You need to take responsibility. You need to be a better person. Her job was never to come in and listen to you complain 24/7 about things that you can change yourself. I remember reading in the Bible is like, don't pray. God even says it in the Bible. Don't pray for me to do things that you can handle. Pray for me to do things you cannot do by yourself. That is my job. If you're gonna, for example, God doesn't want you to pray, God, please help me pay my rent. No, God wants you to pray, God, help me so that I may able to bless other. That's the kind of things He wants you to pray for, not your rent. He will listen to you, but that's not what his main function is. He doesn't want. He wants to leave you in awe and marvel. But going back to again, I went off a tangent. Going back to relationship, too many of you are looking for your parents. Hence why even the requests you make of your partners are irrational and not fair. You have this high expectation you don't even meet for yourself. That already tells me enough you're delusional. That tells me enough you don't even understand the level of effort it takes. A relationship was designed for you to be able to grow with that person. Too many of y'all are focused on all the wrong aspects of a relationship: loyalty, love, trust, respect, understanding. Those are bare minimum requirements. If you're asking for that in a relationship, you're asking for the bare minimum. When you're asking for a relationship, you're asking for something different besides yourself. For example, I want a guy who's adventurous, who has a teachable spirit, who has curiosities that I want to go into. That is something else. All those things are basic necessities that should already exist in a relationship. You see, when you're talking to your partner, don't talk to your partner as in why must he must serve me. Think of how can I serve him? Because if you're both serving each other, you're growing. That's how a relationship actually works. But because you don't want to grow and you want to be served, you want to be a queen, which a title you don't even deserve. Half of you don't even know what the characteristic of a queen is. So I don't know why you're putting a crown on your head that you don't even know what the weight of. That's hence why most of you are not actual queens. It's just a statement that came in your head for no good reason. That title in the past meant something really important, not a title that you clap hands for you and your friends and you tell yourself you're worth something. You're not. Get over yourself. Everybody is replaceable. Every last one. As much as you want to tell yourself whatever nonsense that pops into your head, you're just the dust that'll be gone, will be here and gone tomorrow. So instead of you focusing on how to be served, how ask yourself, how can I serve other people? How can I add to their lives? How can I make their lives better? Nobody wants to be around a person who all they do is take from you. Nobody wants that. Your beauty gets boring at some point. You will get ugly. Your money eventually will run out, and nobody would want to be around you. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, am I giving or am I taking? Because if you're going to take, your well will eventually run out. But you're giving, the well always gets refilled every time. It's even in the Bible, it says the world of a stingy person gets smaller and smaller, and the world of a lender gets bigger and bigger, which is true, by the way. You don't see that because you're thinking of when you view your relationship. I want. And eventually you get, but then you'll get bored of it after a while. There are many rich, wealthy, successful people who have all the money in the world, all the connections, all the women, all the guys, and they're both miserable. They hate themselves, they hate their lives, they hate everything. I've once met enough wealthy people who are post lonely, who just wants to people to talk to them and actually communicate and have a fair and loving conversation. People every day are suffering and they don't want to verbalize it. They don't want to talk. Let me tell you something about a relationship that nobody will ever tell you. There'll be a point in your relationship where you'll be so heartbroken, so lost, so defeated, and so hurt that you won't know how to keep moving forward. And it's easy to tell yourself, like, "Ah, I'm strong, I don't care, bro." There are points in life, in everybody's life, where you'll get to a point where you'll be so heartbroken and defeated that your strength alone won't carry you through the season of your life. And if you keep telling yourself that you're strong and you don't need nobody, you're going to crumble under the pressure and you'll become bitter. History has shown us repeatedly many times that if you carry a weight of an organization or of a duty or a lifetime all by yourself, you will live better because life is too unpredictable. The level of knowledge you have is not enough for you to actually maintain yourself for years and years on. Hence why you need people. Once you get over that, I need to be your ego, I need to be special, you will realize that there is more to life than just all about you. Because here's the thing you don't realize about your partner. Your partner's also hurt. Your partner's also doesn't know what they're going through. They also confused. They also defeated. They also feeling lost. They don't even know what half the things they're doing half the time. Hence why you're in their relationship. When you just thinking me, you'll never really understand your partner. Hence why most of your relationship fail. Like my little sister once said, most of the why your relationships fails because you fail to compromise. You don't understand that it's not about you. It really is about you, bro. People are going through it, dog. Imagine finding out your girlfriend or your boyfriend it was raped, or finding out that they were beaten severely as a child, or finding out that they were neglected. And then here comes you and you tell them you must work harder for me because I want to feel needed and wanted. How do you think you make that other person? Hence why I always say this. Sometimes acts of violence are not really because of your actions. It's because they've already been having pent up rage and anger from years before they met you. And then here comes you adding on. Don't try to rob hope from someone when all they have is hope. Don't expect life to be fair. Expect life to be amazing. Because even though it's gonna suck, it's still gonna be amazing because every day you get to choose how you live this life. So don't live your life full of regrets, but live your life full of glory and shine. So that you know that I live this life and I change many people's lives. I don't want to walk into a relationship where all I do is fight with my partner, all I do is argue with you, and all I do is prove a point. I want to love you, bro. I want to actually make you forget that you were once hurt and that you can actually enjoy this life without actually having to go through it alone. At some point, you're gonna wake up and it get really lonely, bro. When the options dry up and all your friends leave you and all the people turn their back on you, who will you look towards upon? God will love you, but here's the thing: God works through people, but you won't always see the things in front of you if you always think you're better than what you have. God has been sending you good men, good women. They've been coming for you. Your problem is that you think you're better than what you receive, and you fail to understand and actually discern what you actually deserve and what you actually want. I want a Bentley, but I don't have a Bentley. It's because I don't deserve one. You need to learn the difference, or else you're going to live a miserable life. Thank you for listening to the video. Comment, like, subscribe, and thank you for listening.